Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and I have a geometry tutorial to share with you today. We're working through this book called Drawing Circle Images. Today I'm going to teach you how to do four-fold symmetry. For this project I have my Fabriano 90-pound hot press watercolor paper. This has a smooth finish and it's going to be perfect for this project. The first thing I'm going to do is adjust the radius on my compass to 5 centimeters, but you can do any radius that you'd like. This ensures that I'll be able to get the whole design on the paper. Next, I want to extend my radius so that I can draw 2 arcs on the top and the bottom beyond the circle. I'm going to cross the arc at the top and the bottom of my circle, and though I did mark the center of my circle, I'm going to go ahead and just mark it with a pencil as well. And now I want to connect those 2 arcs at the top and the bottom. I'm going to erase the extra lines from now because we don't need them. The next thing we're going to do is place our compass at that bottom point and again do 2 arcs at the top and the bottom of the circle. Once we have those arcs crossing each other, then we can draw a line once again, and this is going to divide our circle into 4 quadrants. At this point, you could connect all 4 dots and have a perfect square inside your circle, but we are going to take our compass and adjust it back to the radius of our original circle, and at each of those 4 points, we're going to draw a circle. And in this way, you're going to get four-fold symmetry. And you're going to see somewhat of a flower design emerge at the center of the original circle. At this point, we're going to adjust our compass so that it is the full diameter of the circle. And then we're going to do our circles once again. You want to make sure that you're very accurate, and I wasn't quite accurate, so I needed to erase and just kind of reposition my compass. My compass wobbled a little bit, and in this situation, you want to make sure that you are as accurate as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 4 circles so that you can see 4 circles larger than the 4 that you originally drew. Now this is going to go off the page, and that's okay because we don't need some of the outline arcs for this image. But if you did want to have all of those images, then you could make your initial radius much smaller or use a larger piece of paper. I'm using paper that is 9 inches by 12 inches. At this point, I am done with the additional 4 circles, and you can see quite a few designs emerging here. At this point, I want to erase the lines and the arcs that I don't want to include in my final drawing. So I'm going to be adding watercolors to this, and I'm going to show you 2 different variations on this image at the very end of this video so that you can see how different the images can appear depending on how you color them in. So I've erased some of those larger arcs at the outside of my image, and now I'm going to watercolor them using my distress inks. I have a yellow, a green, and a pale pink, and I haven't quite decided how I want to color this in, but I decide that I'm just going to do the fourfold symmetry in the center all the same. You could go with different colors. You could do all the same color for every part of this image, just choosing different parts to color in. But because I've already started this series with these 3 colors, and I've also used a blue as well, I decided just to stay with those colors because I think in the end, when we do from 3 to 12-fold symmetry, it'll be nice to have them all resemble each other a little bit. Now I did this one completely different than the first trial that I did, and I have to say that I really like this one a lot better. I went ahead and I added that blue in there as well because I decided to watercolor one more section in this drawing, and I'm really enjoying this whole process. You have to be really careful when you're watercoloring these images because any slight fluctuation with your paintbrush, and you're going to lose some of those elemental designs when you have your compass and the arcs. They are so specific and so mathematical that it's really easy to distort them. So you can see how different those 2 images appear depending on how you watercolor them in. If you want to see some of the other tutorials in this geometry series, you can tap on the screen right now. Don't forget to check out the blog post that accompanies this video for more tutorials as well as links to the materials that we used. And if you want to see how our homeschool is progressing on a daily basis, you can find me on Instagram at Pepper and Pine.